Hi, friends. We live in a time where everything moves fast. Our feeds, our thoughts, even our judgments. But the faster life gets, the more we lose something essential: depth, the ability to pause, to look, to understand. That is why we return to great thinkers, not to admire them as museum pieces, but to let them restore our inner clarity. John Ruskin is one such voice, fierce, honest, expansive. Ruskin was a Victorian by birth, yes, but his insights reach far beyond his century. They illuminate how we use language, how we value literature, how we think about law, and how we practice leadership. Many remarkable people admired him, Gandhi among them. But today, I want to ask a different question. What can Ruskin offer the young mind living in the 21st century? Ruskin believed our greatest poverty is not lack of information, it is lack of attention. He could describe a stone, a blade of grass, or a cathedral with such delicate honesty that the reader suddenly sees what was always there. For him, words are not decoration, words are lenses. When we read him, we learn to notice what others overlook, to choose words with care, to think with precision, to feel with sincerity. In a world where fuzzy language creates fuzzy thinking, Ruskin acts as a discipline for the mind. A young person who can think clearly, can speak clearly, and that is the root of every profession from law to leadership. Ruskin never saw literature as a pastime, he saw it as a training of the spirit. Good writing does not merely entertain, it shapes the kind of human being we become: more sensitive, more awake, more courageous. In a world drowning in reels and fragments, returning to a serious mind like Ruskin is a way of recovering our own seriousness. Ruskin was not a lawyer, yet his understanding of justice is astonishingly modern. He warned that law without compassion injures the weak, prosperity without fairness is hollow, and justice must be felt in human relationships, not just written in books. For everyone entering the legal world, Ruskin offers a reminder. The purpose of law is not control but protection, not punishment but conscience. This is the very foundation of mediation, equity, and humane decision making. Today, leadership is often mistaken for visibility, followers, popularity, volume. Ruskin quietly but firmly reverses the flow. He asks, what kind of person are you becoming? To him, true leadership means responsibility for others, steadiness of mind, moral bravery, beauty and honesty in one's work, compassion in one's choices. You cannot lead others unless you first learn to govern your own impulses. That is Ruskin's challenge to every young leader. During the industrial age, cities were turning into soulless machines. Ruskin stood almost alone and declared, cities exist for people, not for profit. From his writings emerged ideas that later shaped heritage conservation, humane architecture, green urban design, respect for craftsmanship. If we care about sustainable cities, about walkability, about cultural preservation, we are walking the path Ruskin cleared. When factories defined wealth, Ruskin dared to announce there is no wealth but life. He fought for fairness in wages, dignity of labor, responsibility in business, ethical economic choices. Much of modern corporate social responsibility, social enterprise, and welfare economics echoes his vision. Ruskin opposed rote learning and rigid discipline. He believed education should awaken judgment, creativity, and moral insight, not just produce exam scores. His ideas helped shape holistic education models across continents. So, why should youth read Ruskin now? Because he restores what our age has blurred: the habit of deep seeing, the grace of slow thought, the courage of clear speech, the discipline of ethical action, the joy of beautiful work, the strength of principled leadership. Ruskin refines the inner tools of success: perception, conscience, imagination. And in a noisy world, those tools are revolutionary. Friends, civilizations grow through ideas, not through algorithms. Wisdom grows through reflection, not through scrolling. Character grows through challenge, not through applause. Reading John Ruskin brings us back to these foundations. If we want our life to have meaning, if we want to see more clearly and act more bravely, if we want to build, create, serve, and lead, we must give great authors and thinkers like Ruskin a little space in our lives. Thank you.